You're not bad with money, you're following the wrong rules. What if you've been judging yourself by the wrong financial standard your entire adult life? Maybe you've looked at your bank account and thought, I make decent money, so why does it never feel like enough? You pay your bills on time, you work hard, you don't gamble your paycheck away, yet every month feels like starting over. It's easy to believe you're simply bad with money. But what if the real problem isn't your discipline? What if you're following a set of financial rules that quietly keep you running in place? Imagine a 29-year-old software support specialist living in Chicago. He earns around $72,000 a year. After taxes and deductions, he brings home roughly $4,500 each month. On paper, that sounds comfortable. His apartment costs $1,700. His car payment is $480. Insurance adds another $180. Student loan payments take $350. Utilities, internet, and phone come to around $250. Groceries cost about $500. He spends another $400 eating out, streaming services, coffee, and occasional shopping. His credit card payment is $350 without doing anything extravagant. Almost his entire paycheck is already gone. He isn't buying luxury watches, he isn't flying first class, he's simply living the lifestyle that everyone around him seems to consider normal. And that's exactly where the problem begins. Most people think financial success is mostly about earning more, but modern consumer culture teaches a different equation. Every salary increase is treated like permission to increase your lifestyle. A raise means a nicer apartment, a newer car, better vacations, more subscriptions, better furniture, a more expensive phone, not because these things are necessary, but because they slowly become the new definition of what's considered normal. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the most invisible financial traps in developed countries. No one tells you to spend everything you earn. You simply absorb the expectations without realizing it. Let's do some simple math. Imagine your monthly car payment is $500. Over 5 years, that's $30,000. Add insurance, that's around $180 per month. That's another $10,800. Maintenance, registration, repairs, and higher fuel costs could easily add another $7,000 over those same years. Now, your transportation choices have quietly cost nearly $48,000, almost $50,000, and that's before thinking about depreciation. Most people don't see one $48,000 decision. They only see a manageable $500 monthly payment. Our brains naturally focus on monthly affordability, not total lifetime cost. That's why financing feels comfortable even when it's expensive. The same thing happens with credit cards. A purchase doesn't feel painful when the payment is spread over months. The emotional discomfort disappears. The future version of yourself quietly becomes responsible for today's decisions. Psychologists call this present bias. Humans naturally value today's comfort more than tomorrow's security. It's not because people are irresponsible, it's because our brains evolved to solve immediate problems, not financial systems designed around long-term borrowing. Modern lending companies understand this extremely well. They don't need people to make terrible decisions. They only need millions of people making slightly expensive decisions every month for years. This creates something many middle-income workers experience. The paycheck feels large, yet financial freedom always feels far away. Not because income is too low, but because nearly every future paycheck has already been promised to someone else. The landlord, the bank, the auto lender, the credit card company, the student loan provider. Money arrives and immediately leaves. Eventually, people start believing they simply need another raise. Sometimes they get one. For a few months, life feels easier. Then expenses quietly rise to match. The financial pressure returns. The cycle repeats. Financially intelligent people often approach money differently. They don't ask, what monthly payment can I afford? They ask, what future flexibility am I giving away? That's a completely different question. They understand that every recurring payment reduces future choices. A smaller fixed expense today creates more freedom tomorrow. It means changing jobs becomes easier. Taking a career break becomes possible. Handling emergencies becomes less stressful. Investing becomes automatic instead of optional. The goal isn't to appear wealthy. The goal is to create options. Because real wealth isn't measured by what you own. It's measured by how much control you have over your future. The biggest financial shift rarely comes from discovering a secret investment or finding the perfect side hustle. It often begins